Foam rolling is a very common way to start your workout session. Let's go through a quick routine while clearing up some misconceptions. Okay, so we are starting with the calves. Let's cross the legs for added pressure. And initially, I'm going to start by rolling up and down the muscle slowly, trying to find where the most tense spot is. Once I've found which area that is, I'm going to hold it on that spot for about 10 seconds, making sure that I'm breathing and relaxing into it. Then we're going to friction back and forth over that area 10 times. Finally, we're going to pin and stretch by pointing and flexing our toe as far back 3 times while still pressured on that point. It's important to note that foam rolling is not an essential part of training. If you're feeling tense and immobile, starting with breathing and mobility stretches that require moving is key to actually getting more mobile. The reason we want to foam roll, however, is to bring pressure and blood flow to knots and areas of densification that will limit movement capabilities. And so if you're just starting out or have recently been training hard, some foam rolling will help alleviate those knots causing pain in the knees, heel, or wherever it may be. Moving on to the glutes, we're going straight into a stretch and roll technique. So, cross one leg over the other, and while sitting on the roller, you're going to lean and roll over that stretched out glute. After going back and forth a few times, hold it on the tightest spot for about 10 seconds, making sure we're breathing and relaxing. That's really important that we're doing that. Finally, we're going to rock back and forth, massaging over that area of our glute. Next, the inner thighs. Angle the roller at 45 degrees, and you're going to put your leg out to the side on top of the roller. Again, go back and forth 3 to 4 times, taking your time to find where that tightest spot is that ultimately needs attention. Then we're going to hold it there for 10 seconds. Make sure you breathe. Friction back and forth for 10. And finally, stretch and move the muscles 3 times by bringing that heel back and forth to our butt. Essentially, we are covering 3 parts of our quad. Previously, having done the inner, now we go over the top of the quad. So, same format, up and down 3 times, searching for the area we need to attack, holding it there for 10, breathing. Then we friction pulse for 10. And lastly, heel to butt 3 times, getting us a nice quad stretch. Finally, onto the side of our quad, a very sensitive region people commonly roll out because of our tight IT band, but we don't want to necessarily roll that out. IT band tension is affected by hip muscles, but what we are looking for are knots and dense areas on the lateral part of our quad called the vastus lateralis. So one last time, up and down to find that spot that needs the work, taking your time. Then we're going to hold it for 10, making sure we breathe. Then we friction pulse for 10. And lastly, bringing that heel back, we're going to stretch it 3 times. And that pretty much covers the legs, so let's get to work.